Hi everyone, welcome back to Kat's Book Corner. We talk about all things book and bookish. Now this is my last wrap up from home until I come home for the summer, and I will only be talking about two books, one that I've reread and one that I just read. Now this, I think, is the least positive wrap up I've ever had, because Feast of Crows is my favorite, but it's still a good Game of Thrones book. But I did not like Breaking Dawn. And I'm finally happy I am done with the Twilight series because I absolutely hated it. I would never read it again. At all. There was maybe one good book, and that was Eclipse. I liked Eclipse. But otherwise, it was awful. Okay, so there'll be spoilers and non spoilers. We're going to start with the non spoilers, and I will put my ratings above. Okay, let's start with Breaking Dawn. This was a 2.75. I hated it. I hated it so much. It was boring. Like, literally, nothing happened. Nothing happened. It was awful. I hated it so much. And, like, in the middle, you get, like, half the book is told from Jacob's perspective, which, I mean, was interesting. So I'll give it that. And the first two Bella parts, so boring. I hated it. I hated it. I hated it so much. This is the lowest, besides New Moon, that I've ever given a book. It was just so boring. It took me forever to be able to actually finish it. Well, forever for me. But it wasn't good. I really didn't like it. So I think my order for the Twilight series is New Moon is at the bottom, and then it's this one, then it's the first one, and then it's Eclipse. Because I liked Eclipse just moderately better. Like, they were not all good. I hated all of them, like, equally. But New Moon sucked so much. It was so boring. Nothing happened. How can you have a book that nothing happens in and it's this long? I have a lot of feelings about this, and we will get into it with my spoiler thoughts because I want to throw it. This is the only book I've ever wanted to throw across a room. I cannot stand it. Okay, now move on to the next book. Feast of Crows. This is the fourth Game of Thrones book. This is a 4-star, just like Sword, just like Storm, because Dance is my favorite. But this one's actually nice. I like it. Takes place. You get Iron Island stuff, which is very interesting. I like the Iron Islands. You get Cersei. I like Cersei and Jaime. This is the one where you don't get Jon, Dany, or Tyrion. You don't get those people, which I think is why I like Dance, because you get those people more. This, I think, is something you could tandem read with Dance, actually. Like, you could tandem read this, because some of the things that are happening in this book are happening at the exact same time in Dance. So I think it's very interesting. So I do enjoy this one. It was really good. Like a nice breather book after Breaking Dawn, because it was pretty much a comfort book. I wasn't really like focusing on anything. I kind of needed it. It was great. It was pretty much what I needed to like relax and just go back into this world, because I actually really do enjoy the world of Game of Thrones. I love Westeros. I love the Iron Islands. I love Braavos. I love Slaver's Bay. Like, those areas, they're just so interesting to me. I really like them. They're really good. So I really liked that. Okay. Now let's go into spoiler thoughts with this one. The first 2 chapters with the wedding are enjoyable. I liked the wedding. I really did like the wedding. Then it's the honeymoon. And they on an island. Like, are we just saying that they are like rich with like no conceivable doubt of how they're rich? I don't buy it. But so they're on this island and they're having their honeymoon, and it's fine. That part, those 6 chapters could have been at the end of Eclipse. They did not need to start this book. They could have like ended ended eclipse with her calling Rosaline, being like, I need help. Because that's what she does. Because as soon as she finds out she's pregnant, Edward is like, absolutely not. We're gonna get that thing out of you. But she's like, Rosaline will be helping me because this is what she wants. She wants a kid. So like they could have ended eclipse right there with her getting Rosaline on the phone. And then the Jacob parts, where at first he's like super annoyed, like, oh, Bella's home, did they turn her yet? Oh, it turns out no, she's actually sick, like what they're saying, and she's pregnant. That's weird. And then Edward offers him like that deal, being like, if she wants kids, you can give her kids, I'll be fine with that, but I don't want her dying. Which, I mean, awful husband move by Edward, like pretty awful husband move. And then just, I like the names of Jacob's chapters though, because they kind of remind me of like Percy Jackson, kind of, because one of his chapters is called, let me find one. I really do like what they're called. I need a good one. I don't know, but there's so many good ones that I actually really liked. They remind me so much of like the Percy Jackson titles. But because all of like the other chapter titles are like one words, but his are like sentences, and I think it's so funny. So his goes up until the birth, which I do like him gonna becoming an alpha in his own right. I did like that. But then it's after the birth, we're like, as soon as Bella dies and like rotisserie is born. And also, weird name, by the way. Just pick an easier name. Just pick an easier one. Come on, Bella. And like wanting to name, if it was a boy, Edward Jacob, like come on. Come on. Weird name. But as soon as like that's born, Jacob doesn't have any feelings towards Bella anymore, and he's like, then he imprints on the kid. It's weird, it's gross, I don't like it. And like pretty much everyone is upset about that. Everyone's upset about that part, which I mean, valid. And then Bella being a vampire, and somehow she's got super control, and they never explain how she has this like super control over her like thirsts and stuff. I don't get it. But I do like how unhinged the vampires are. They're still unhinged. I still like that. Let's see what else happened. Oh, the Volturi are coming because they think they saw an immortal kid with the kid, but it's not. And you get to meet all different types of vampires. Gotta say, interesting. I like the Romanians. I really do like the Romanians, actually. So there is that. I kind of wish, because I know in the movie there's like a vision battle. I kind of wish there was a battle, because I feel like it'd be way more interesting if there actually was a battle. But it just ended peacefully. Like, come on. And Bella's shield thing, still annoying. It's just, I'm glad it's over, because I cannot stand it. I cannot stand it. It needs to just go away forever. Okay, now moving on to Feast of Crows, which is a great palate cleanser for me. This one has Sam, who figures out that John switched the babies. Like, Gilly has Mace's kid, and Dala has Gilly's kid. So there is that. So Sam's a little angry at John, and he's talking with Aemond, who unfortunately dies of old age in the book, because he's the oldest maester ever. Yeah, that's crazy. You get Cersei for the first time, and she is extremely paranoid, because she thinks, oh, Tyrion's everywhere. He's going to be under that bed. He's going to kill everyone. Like, she's extremely paranoid, and that vision that she got from Maggie basically, like, rules her, which I don't think it's like good thing for her paranoia, but like not a good thing, because she, I think, is the dumbest Lannister. Because Tywin, number one, top, and then it's Tyrion, because he had to be, because everyone hated him for what he looked like. But then I honestly think it's Jaime, because in this book he has amazing battle strategies. Like, even, I mean, his aunt says that Tyrion was smarter than him, but his aunt says, you do still think like him sometimes. And then Cersei was like, you sound like father. So he is, like, kind of taking hold of that sort of thing that he has. Like, he is smart, he just doesn't use it because he doesn't think that he's smart. And also Jaime in the book being so sad because he's finally figured out, oh, Cersei actually cheated on me. I thought Tyrion was lying, but no. Cersei actually cheated on me. Which is, it's kind of heartbreaking, even though it's gross because there's the siblings, but you get Iron Islands in this, Aisha, Victorian, the other one that I don't remember. King's Moot, seeing who's going to become king. Euron becomes king and Aisha has to run because woman. That type of thing. Let's see, who else is there? Oh, Brienne. Brienne meets Podrick Payne. I like Podrick. And they like travel trying to find Sansa. They can't find Sansa, but they get like information. And eventually Brienne meets Lady Stoneheart, which is Catelyn. Which I wish they included in the show because I think it would be such a cool thing to have Cat just show up again, but as Lady Stoneheart. It's so interesting. And she says, I'm going to kill you, or you're going to bring me Jaime, so I can kill Jaime. Which, I mean, very, very, very interesting. But we don't know what her answer is, although in Dance, she shows up to bring Jaime with her, so I think we know what her answer is. You also get Sansa, who is pretending to be Littlefinger's bastard daughter, Alysanne, which, it's not great. Really ain't great. Because, she's kind of starting to believe the whole thing, and Littlefinger's being creepy. I mean, Littlefinger's always being creepy with Sansa. But, like, he has this whole plan to basically kill Little Robert off, and then have the next heir marry Sansa and then reveal, oh, it's Sansa Stark. We can protect the Stark. We can go back to the north. You also get some stuff from Dorne, where Prince Dorian is like, well, obviously, we want our vengeance with fire and blood for Elia and her children. The entire plan was to have his daughter marry Viserys so that she could have the Iron Throne, and then his son would be the one who ruled Dorne. But his daughter thought that she was like playing him, like, oh no, that can't happen. So she made this whole plot to try and make sure Myrcella became queen, because that's how the rules work in Dorne. But then her father reveals to her, that was the plan, but since Viserys is dead, I'm sending your brother to bring Dany home. Like, bring Dany here. Which, as we've read from Dance, doesn't work exactly, but still. So I am kind of curious if we ever get that answer about what happens after they find out the brother is dead by Dragonflame. So, I am really interested. I really do like it. I do like how all the characters sort of fit together. It's nice. It's different, obviously. Like, this one just is basically Westeros, like middle Westeros and the Iron Islands. Because, oh, we also get Arya. Arya actually meets Sam, actually. She's Cat of the Canals and she meets Sam. This is also the book where she becomes blind because she does something she's not supposed to do. She kills a man of the Night's Watch who isn't doing what he's supposed to do. He ended up getting married to someone, so Arya kills him, which then in turn causes her to become blind. And then we figure out how she gets her sight back later, which also interesting. So, yeah, I do like it. I like Dorne too, surprisingly. Dorne and the Iron Islands are places we never get to see that often, but I do like them. They're very, very interesting. Okay. So those are the 2 books that I read so far. My next video will be talking about a book haul that I did. I've got 4 books, and I'm going to be showing the order for the books that I'm bringing to school and I'm going to read them in. There are 6 of them, and my little sister will be the one picking out those numbers. Okay. Well, if you liked it, please like, comment, and subscribe, and bye everyone!